A few days after setting sail, me ship was caught in a terrible typhoon and was torn apart. I would have drowned, but some friendly sharks found me and set me ashore on Blood Island.
Aww, sharks are
There
so
I
nice.
was, marooned, with no hope of winning Elaine's heart.
Aww.
I thought me luck had run out, but one day a ship made port at Blood Island. 'Twas the ship of one Captain Marley.
Bum bum
Elaine's
bum!
grandfather. I struck up a conversation with Rum Rogers Sr., first mate on the ship. And for the price of a few drinks, I learned that they had the map to the legendary treasure of Big Whoop. Although I had no ship and no money.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Does this go on for much longer?
Although I had no
Shut up,
ship,
Guybrush! I'm telling a story!
I planned to beat Marley's crew to the treasure and take it for myself.
And yes, this is all related to the previous game, in case you
I
forgot.
still had my greatest asset.
The ability to kill bugs just by breathing?
But I still had me.
Guybrush, shut up! I swear to God!
That indefinable.
Gonna kill you! Oh, wait.
One of the rich young debutantes on Blood Island was helpless
You
against
jerk! She was
After a
sweet!
week with me, she would have followed me to the grave. Unfortunately for her, she didn't get the chance. I pried the diamond from her family's
Jerk
engagement
face.
ring and sold it to some cutthroat smugglers for the cost of a new ship.
Oh, let's go with scoundrel.
You scoundrel!
I've been called worse.
Your face has
With
been
me
called
new
worse.
ship, I easily overtook Marley's crew and beat them to Big Whoop, which just so happened to be here on Monkey Island.
Just so happened.
I'm still confused about the carnival.
Then ask me. As designer and founder, I can answer all your questions.
I thought the treasure of Big Whoop was on Dinky Island.
Dinky Island be an atoll just off the coast of Monkey Island. But they be connected by a maze of mysterious tunnels that run under the very
utility tunnels.
ocean floor. So although you dug for treasure on Dinky, when you found me carnival, you were on Monkey Island.
And with this game as canon, all three games have
Very
now
tidy
gone to
explanation.
Monkey Island.
Aye.
Who told you this was a good idea? You're insane!
Maybe, Threepwood, maybe. But I did it all for you.
Man, if that's love.
I'm mad for you, Elaine, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Elaine's like, I am so going to kill you twice.
What happened to Captain Marley and his crew?
Their ship arrived at Monkey Island a half hour after mine.
Well, shoot.
But they were too late to stop me from claiming me prize. And they watched me pass through the portal of Big Whoop. Craven cowards that they were, the power of what they saw overwhelmed them.
You
They
becoming
fled the
horrifyingly
island in
stinky?
terror. Marley tore his treasure map into 4 pieces and gathered his crew around him. There was Rum Rogers Sr., the first mate, Rapscallion, the cook, and young Lindy, the cabin boy.
Doesn't seem like much of a
Marley
crew.
gave each a piece of the map.
No riggers?
keeping
No
one
gunners?
For himself. They promised to guard those map pieces with their lives. I saw to it that they kept their promise. They were the only people alive to know about Big Whoop.
Let's find out what happened to everybody.
What happened to Rum Rogers Sr.?
He was taking a bath in his cabin near
Remember the
Fat
skeleton in the
Island,
tub?
drinking rum and eating toast, as he always did while bathing.
Reasonable.
When the toaster mysteriously fell into the tub with him.
Shocking.
His son inherited the map piece, but was too much of a drunkard to understand its importance.
What happened to Rapscallion?
We know what happened to him.
Rapscallion died in a flash fire in his weenie hut on Scab Island.
There you go.
That's right! I brought him
love-
back to life with a voodoo spell. I remember it so vividly.
And the tech's like, what is he doing?
Guybrush. Guybrush.
That was a nice
I'm
little bit
sorry, I
of
was
animation.
miles away. What were you saying?
I knew about Rap's absent-minded tendency to leave his gas burners on. So I arranged for a fully lit cake to be delivered to him on his 35th birthday.
Aw, that's so sweet.
You can hear the explosion as far as Booty Island.
That's horrible.
Steamin' weenie indeed.
That's so bad, it's actually funny.
What became of young Lindy, the cabin boy?
Fearing for his life, he came to me and begged for mercy.
Good plan.
In return for not revealing the location of Big Whoop, I let him live. As a sign of me gratitude, I gave him a fortune, which he used to build a successful advertising firm. Once he had grown accustomed to his wealthy lifestyle, I returned to collect me debt. I delivered to him an account so demonically ill-conceived that it was doomed to fail. Gangrene and honey.
As mentioned
Within a
again
month,
in the previous
he was
game.
penniless and insane, a broken man. He sold everything he owned and got so desperate he fell in with a traveling circus.
Uh-oh.
He was killed when he was shot from a cannon without a helmet.
No one could be that desperate.
And of course...
What fate befell Captain Marley?
I ambushed him while he was racing in the America's Cup. I boarded his ship and decided to let him determine his own fate. He could grant me his blessing to have his granddaughter's hand in marriage.
What happened to
or
her
he could
parents?
suffer a death more horrible than any of his crewmates.
Well, what'd he say?
Actually, he said quite a few things. Oh, the pain. Stop it. You're killing me.
Poor Lane.
Some other things, I forget them all.
It is
I
kind of
left him for
interesting.
dead and sent his ship into a whirlpool not even the most accomplished captain could escape.
We don't really get backstory on any of these people. Like, there's a little bit of
You're
LeChuck here.
unbelievably
But what was he
ghastly
doing
and
before
wretched.
he started?
Ooh,
You know, how did he meet Elaine?
Ah,
Where did Guybrush come from? All that stuff. It's interesting.
Please don't kill me.
why shouldn't I?
If you kill me, there'll be no more Monkey Island sequels.
Meta!
No sequels means no work for you. You'll become just another has-been that nobody's heard of.
Oh, that could never happen to me. I'm LeChuck.
Do you know the name Bobbin Threadbare?
No.
Exactly.
What about you folks at home? Do you know the name Bobbin Threadbare?
Elaine will never marry you. She loves me.
She does not. She loves me.
This is the most adult argument of
Nuh-uh,
all
She
time.
loves me.
Does not.
Anyway, Elaine really loves me.
Does
We're
not.
all adults here.
Does two love me?
Does
Elaine's
not.
like, don't I get a say?
Does two infinity?
Does... Ah! Curse you and your diabolical debate skills.
Ah, well. Alright, let's actually get on with this game, shall we, folks?
I've heard enough of your evil stories. Let's get this over with.
But there'll be so many more horrible things.
No, we
that
had
you
enough
want to
dialogue,
defend
LeChuck.
yet.
I'm not listening to you anymore. See, I'm ignoring you.
Adults.
Ah, you'd better listen.
La 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 la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Very well, Threepwood. If you're going to act like a child, I'll help you get in the mood. I think you deserve a timeout, young man.
Da-da-da-da! Boink, boink. Aha! Open door.
It's not locked. Your plan was flawless, LeChuck, except for one.
I like that
minor
they have the,
detail. That will be your downfall.
Skyway, which is no longer at Disney. Yep, remember last game when he got turned into a little kid? We're doing that again. I like the way he bounces as he walks.
He's taking Elaine on his roller coaster of death. I've got to reach her before she becomes his undead bride.
Okay.
What's happened to me? Dead, foggy, can't think.
That's me, not you.
Swimming. Must concentrate and rescue Elaine. I've got to save Elaine. But how can I save Elaine when I'm just a little boy? Oh, if only I could think straight. Must clear my mind.
Welcome to the Big Whoop Carnival, little guy. Come on over here and meet your old pal Dingy Dog.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Well, he asked us to, so let's talk to Dingy Dog first.
Are you the real Dingy Dog?
You bet I am, and I'm here to make sure you have fun.
Well, you're failing miserably.
What's your name, little boy?
Okay, for starters, I'm not a little boy. I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Well, shiver me timbers, that's swell.
Don't you patronize me.
Well, sounds like you've learned a very big word. You're a very bright little man. That's swell.
Someone destroy
Laugh while
him.
you can. Soon I'll destroy LeChuck and your entire world will lie in ruin.
You bet. Run along and play now, son.
I need to get on the roller coaster.
I'll bet you do. It's fun.
Except for the whole dying part.
But that ride's only for bigger kids.
I don't care if it's not safe. I have to ride it now.
Oh, no, son. It's not that it's not safe for little kids to ride. It's just that you've got to be much older to really appreciate the sheer mind-numbing terror of the coaster.
Plus, little
Wait a
skeletons
few
don't make
years
good
and
minions.
You'll have matured enough to ride. You'll also be able to buy candy and eat it whenever and wherever you want. Just like us grown-ups can.
I like that about being a grown-up, by the way. I like buying candy.
Keep up the good work.
I see a familiar face. I must speak to it.
Yo, Murray.
Hey, it's you. Are you dead yet? You look different.
Not dead,
He's
Murray.
so hopeful.
Just cursed.
Cursed. That's perfect. I'm cursed too. Let's join our cursed forces together, and together we can rule the world.
They'd make an epic partnership.
Yeah. Let me get back to you on that.
Alright. Now there's the roller coaster, but obviously he's not going to let me on because I'm too short. This guy looks awesome. Let's talk to him.
What kind of snow cones do you have?
What kind of cones did you ask? Why, I have every kind imaginable. I have the most distinct type of snow cones in the world.
Well, distinct is a
In
word
fact,
for
my
it.
cones are so original, so inventive, and so unique that most are completely inedible. Let me list some for you.
Oh, please
I
do.
have sweet cones, meat cones, cold cones, mold cones, bold cones with lime, cones with slime. Veggie cones, wedgie cones, edgy cones. I used some of my neighbor's edge in that one.
Good to know.
Cones with spice, cones with lice, berry cones, hairy cones, dairy cones. And the Christmas, merry cone. So, what do you think of that?
It's pretty much the only reaction you can have. Although this nasty, stinky guy seems to have a lot of love for his snow cones.
I'd like a plain snow cone, please.
Okay, kid.
Yay, I have a snow
Bye
cone.
now.
I'm gonna put that in my pants.
Oops, my snow cone melted.
Aww.